They'll run it out of the shotgun. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Off play action on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Man, they could have flipped that field in a hurry, right? They've given up some yards. They're sitting in their own red zone. A chance to make a big play. Yeah, he could have made that interception and could have flipped this field.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Leaves it with the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
And the Volunteers need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. To the air, it's Aguilar. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown ball! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post, right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A 69-yard touchdown drive. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Pulled it, finds his man on the left. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Syracuse might take a shot here on second and short. Grabbed behind the line, it's Ross. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Willis.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The Orange with a ton of options available on second and short. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. First and 10. They'll go to the ground. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. Second and 8 coming up.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. He'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
After picking up a couple at second and 8. The receiver on the jet sweep. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see some of these jet sweeps, and they were ready that time. Great job communicating before the snap, and
From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's cooked. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Defense just didn't have an answer there on the slant throw. Once the completion was made, they just couldn't get to the ball carrier and get him down on the ground.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Looking downfield on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball is going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes.
Unleashes one deep. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Pulls and throws out the RPO. Touchdown, Syracuse. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Some much-needed life from this offense as they tried to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They put together an 81-yard drive, and the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Back to pass, it's Aguilar. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on second and 10. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He makes the catch. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Another big play on the outside, and that's the thing that historically has gotten Rocky Top rolling.
Yeah, so much fun to watch playmakers outside that they can run by you and go make big plays. Opens up the whole field, the whole offense, and this Orange fan base goes absolutely bananas.
With the catch, it's Matthews.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Volunteers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He wants to throw it again. He's going for it all. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early, and he's in firm control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives, they've scored 2 touchdowns, and here on their 3rd possession, he still wants to take shots. That one obviously falls incomplete, but if you're him, I would keep spinning the beam.
Under fire. Makes a connection. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
That's a great job by the wide receiver there on a critical down. 3rd down, running the curl route, coming back to the football, making the catch, picking up the first.
The Vols have this offense rolling. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Now the play fake. He lets it fly. Got it inside the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tennessee.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards. And the points come on a pass from 39 yards out. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll start this drive going to the air. That's reeled in. It's Gill. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Here comes the offense on second down. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. And here comes the offense on second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he picks up the first down, and he does it. I'm not going to say spin move. That was a pirouette. It was elegant. It was beautiful. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Gill.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Syracuse might take a shot here on second and short. Wants to go up top. He'll take the deep shot. Pulls it in down the middle. Off and running. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cuse.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
Ready to try the point after. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. They'll operate out of split backs. To the air, it's Aguilar. Zings it complete to the right. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
That last play is what you call a drive starter. They're out to the 47. It's first down. Finds his man. It's Thomas. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. How about this running back's ability to get into a pass pattern and get into one downfield?
Yeah, I like it, and I like the offensive coordinator continuing to work the running back in the passing game. Do more of this. It's easy. It's not hard routes. It's not things I have to read. It's matchups and what I find when my guy's better than yours and how I take advantage of it.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
And the Vols will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Thomas. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And he'll reach for a 53-yarder and have to guide it in with precision from the right side.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth, man. 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a great one today in Knoxville so far. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Neyland Stadium.
And the Volunteers will boot it away to start the 2nd half. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Willis. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. And you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
The Orange with a ton of options available on 2nd and short. Back to pass. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affected the football game.
Neyland Stadium alive. A cauldron of orange noise on 3rd down. He's got him wide open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
power football with the run. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
See, they need more runs like that. It's been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off blocks and rallying to the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game thus far.
Right back to him on the ground. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Trying to set up the screen. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Takes the handoff. It's Thomas. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
He'll pull it on the read. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
Great job by the running back here on that third down catch. There was no wasted movement. As soon as he got the ball in his hands, he turned around and he got upfield. That's what you got to do. You got to be decisive on these third down type plays to move the stakes.
The Volunteers getting set on 1st and 10. Unloads quickly. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Vols with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Off play action. Makes the catch. It's Thomas. Gets it out to the 40-yard line. Give him 5 on that one.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Gonna run it. It's Thomas. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage, man. You want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him, got him on the ground too quick.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw, it's Aguilar. Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle, it's Matthews. He found plenty of room, and he gets into the 39-yard line.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Trying play action. Here's a heat. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Looking down the middle. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
And the Vols line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. Looking for a gap. It's Willis. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds. Man, you have to do everything in your power not to let your momentum carry you out of bounds short of the 1st down marker.
And I would argue, too, maybe you run your route a little bit deeper. You got to understand where the 1st down marker is and where I got to get to. But, yeah, I'm not running out of bounds. I'm lowering my shoulder and trying to get as much yardage as I can to make this 4th down manageable.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. It's complete. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
To the air, it's Aguilar. Works the middle. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a 1st down, and we'll see if they get another playoff here in the 3rd. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Volunteers! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. And this defense is just getting squeezed by the Big Orange, and he's cutting him up like Peyton Manning.
Man, no answers. I mean, he's really had his way. They haven't made him feel uncomfortable. If I'm a Vols fan, I'm jacked up that I got this guy at quarterback because he's showing he can put up some big numbers.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Makes the grab. It's Ross. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch. And he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Syracuse needs to come up with a big third down play to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Willis. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Motion from the back. On fourth down, looking to pass. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down. Looking for room. It's Thomas. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
This offense is in no hurry, right? Control the clock is priority number 1. I'm going to run the football. I got the lead. I already got great field position, but I'm not interested in scoring right away. I got to make sure I watch that play clock tick down, maximize those seconds, and keep being physical with the run game.
They'll run play action. Going for it all. Touchdown ball! And the punishment has been extended.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll run it from the gun. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Wants to fire on second down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Syracuse will send out the punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Matthews. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
They'll snap it from the 47 on 1st down. The play action fake. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
And the Volunteers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the gun, running back on the move. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Rides the back on the option, the give. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And that's a really good job by the defense because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both. Got it stopped. Now forcing a 4th down.
The Volunteers will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And you couldn't ask for much more than that. A perfectly placed punt pins them inside the 5. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
The Orange with a lot of work to do on 3rd and long. Got his man downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
See, I like this tight end because he's not just running flat routes and little stick routes and drags. This guy can get vertically down the field. He showed you his speed there running the crosser.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass, but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack play.
The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on second down. Looking to fire. Pulls it in. It's Willis. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Syracuse needs to come up with a big third down play to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a throw downfield late. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. Here comes the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I just love the individual one-on-one effort by the defense there. Offense trying to go option, QB keeps it, but just too many defenders winning their one-on-one battles, defeating blocks, and getting the tackle for loss.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Off the play fake. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And the defense gets him on the ground for the 4th time today, by the way. They've pressured him. He's still done an unbelievable job making completions. But you know what? Get him on the ground when he's got the ball. He can't make something happen. Keep hitting him. Keep getting him on the ground.
So you might expect to see victory formation. Instead, you will see a field goal attempt. And they get the icing on the cake, and that might make for some long memories after this one.